Welcome to pattern making class. I'm your college instructor, Annette Julie. I'm also a fashion designer and production pattern maker to the garment industry. Today, we will be working on dart manipulation using our front full-scale bodice block. So get ready to do some pattern making. You're going to need your front full-scale bodice block, a ruler, preferably this 2x18, paper, scissors, a pencil, tape, an awl or sharp implement, and some pattern making or marking paper. Let's start by grabbing your pattern making ruler. Take your writing implement, preferably a pencil. I'm going to use a pen so you can hopefully see. And I'm going to draw a grain line using the little numbers and X's that I already have on this marking paper. If you have blank paper, please just draw a line. Okay, now I've drawn that hopefully long enough that if I place my front bodice on here, that I have my center front grain line. This looks good. I'm going to grab some pattern weights. And if you don't have a pattern weight, a can of tuna or a tape dispenser, that can work real nice. Hold things in place. And we're going to go ahead now and trace off our front bodice, and we're going to transfer the waist dart and our armhole notch, the apex, the dart tip, the dart legs, and all of the outer edges. So I'm tracing my neckline, and I'm tracing my shoulder line, my front armhole, front armhole single notch. Now to the side seam. And let's do the front waist. Here we are at center front. And here we have one notch for our front waist dart. Two notches. Over to the side. Dart tip and apex. Dart tip, we have the dart legs connected and the apex. Let's go ahead and look to make sure we've traced everything before we completely lift it up, and we have. Now we're going to immediately take from the dart tip a long line down to our notch. At the waist. And there is our apex. And we can draw an additional center front grain line. Put our arrows going both directions and write the description of what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and work on dart manipulation, but we're going to start with making a template. Okay, so this is going to be a template for showing us all the different positions that we can manipulate our dart to. So we have a waist dart here, and we're going to draw a set of long dart legs up to the waist dart. And these long dart legs are for manipulation, and where we're backed off 1 inch to the dart tip, this is for sewing. So every time we manipulate a new dart from the apex, we're going to need to back that off 1 inch. So I'm going to go ahead and start with one of my favorite darts, which is 1 or 2 or 3 inches up from the side seam waist. And I'm going to mark a little line and connect a line to my apex. That would be my French dart position. Now we're going to go ahead and do another one that is from the apex, like all of them. And we're going to take this to our side seam. And this is perpendicular with the center front. So this could be our side seam bust. And now we have a notch here in our front armhole, single notch. We would have a dart that goes into our armhole. Then we can go ahead and make a dart position from our low point of our shoulder down to the apex. Now we're going to go ahead and measure our shoulder and divide that in half. This shoulder happens to be 5 inches, so we'll go ahead and divide this at 2.5. And we're going to do our mid shoulder position. We could put a dart there. Now we can also come to the high point of the shoulder, and we could place a dart in that position. Right now we're just drawing the style lines. Now we could also come mid neckline. Draw that line to the apex. And we can also bring this to the center front neckline. To the apex. We can also go from the center front to the apex, perpendicular. That ends up having a really cute dart. And then one more position here from our center front waist up to our apex. And this is going to be a dart placement template. And you can use this for reference for when you're going to manipulate and put the waist dart into a new position to make a new style line. You can place it in one new position, or you can make a cluster of darts or make 2 different darts. And you can do that with slash and spread or with the method pivoting. So please check out my next video and we'll do some slash and spread, and in another video we'll do pivoting. This is Annette Julie. Thanks for watching.